My name is Dr. Lauren Benishek, and in this short informational video, I will explain the purpose and benefit of the Population Health Organization Assessment Debrief tool, and I will walk you through how you can use it to conduct effective debriefs in your organization. The Debrief tool is designed to help you interpret your PHOA data and use your results to make patient care safer by providing structure for discussing specific actions to improve population health and offering questions that leaders can ask to guide continuous improvement efforts. You can use this tool to start discussions at board meetings and with departmental leaders and unit leaders, as well as, of course, with your frontline clinicians and staff. Importantly, the Debrief tool is designed to be flexible. It can be used to structure a series of meetings, a single meeting, or even informal conversations. Whatever works best for you and your organization is the proper way to debrief. Even though the tool is a paper form, I don't want you to think of it as required paperwork, but its value does come from its ability to guide conversations and help you to provide consistency across those conversations with many different teams and departments. When using this tool, we recommend having a team member take notes so you can record the topics discussed and the ideas that are generated. Now, in order to prepare for your debrief meetings, you will of course first want to view your PHOA results and gain some familiarity with your highest and lowest scoring key aspects. If you participated in the Leading Edge Consortium PHOA survey administration, you can also check out our video on how to read your personal member report, which is on the Vizient website at www.bha.com/PFP. Once you've had a chance to digest those results, schedule a meeting with about 4 to 7 organizational members. Aim to include members of your executive team, mid-level department or unit management, and about 2 to 3 frontline care providers and staff in the same meetings. During the debrief, have a copy of your PHOA survey results handy that all team members can see. Consider bringing multiple paper copies or using a projector if that's an option. Then, during the meeting, use the table and questions on the Debrief tool to guide your group through identifying 1 to 2 areas for growth and outlining about a 3 to 6 month improvement plan for those areas. So let's go ahead and walk through what that process is going to look like with a little bit more detail. So your group will begin by summarizing your areas of strength and opportunities to improve. Go ahead and identify about 2 high and 2 low scoring key aspects and record them on your table on the Debrief tool. These don't necessarily have to be your strongest or weakest areas either. Just make sure that you choose key aspects that your group is interested in working with over the coming months. Next, drill down into those aspects that you listed. Look at the scores that you assigned to the tactics associated with each, and go ahead and record those tactic items and scores on the table as well. Doing so will help you to visualize different tactics and strategies that you can adopt or target as you roll out your improvement efforts. In step 3, you'll want to prioritize your opportunities for improvement. So use the discussion questions that are on the tool to identify the areas that you most want to focus on in the next month. Ask yourselves, what do the areas identified as strengths mean to us? And how about those areas that are identified as opportunities for improvement? Do your lowest scoring key aspects actually reflect your experiences with the organization? This is a very important question to discuss because different members might hold different information about your organization's population health activities, and sharing this information during your debrief could potentially change how you view your organization's strengths and weaknesses. So once you have a clearer understanding of those areas, ask yourselves, if we could turn one of our opportunities for improvement into a strength, which would have the biggest impact on safety and satisfaction of our patients? How about which would have the biggest impact on the degree to which we ourselves enjoy our jobs? These questions are really going to help you hone in on which areas you most want to focus as you move forward. Once you've settled on the areas that you want to target, now you get to begin the brainstorming of improvement strategies. So as a group, consider what different team members can do in the next 3 months to start improving your targeted key aspects. How about the executive leaders in the board? What can they do? Or unit and department leaders, your frontline care providers. And of course, how can your non-clinical team members, such as your environmental services, get involved? You'll want to think about all of your critical stakeholders. Your next step will be to devise a plan to implement the strategies that you identified. Before you leave the table, go ahead and outline the following elements. What is the improvement strategy? Who needs to be involved in order for this to work? What will we need to do, create, or train? When and where should this new process, training, or strategy be used on the job? Who is accountable for our progress? And how will we know that our strategy has worked? You might even consider using the Aligning Goals tool, which is similar to this table, but a little bit more detailed, to help you plan your strategy, identify key stakeholders, and define role expectations and accountability. Although not explicitly part of your debrief meetings themselves, you will want to create a progress check-in at least 3 weeks after you debrief. During this check-in, you'll want to discuss how your improvement plan implementation is going. Now, before you do conclude your debrief meeting, go ahead and identify who will be responsible for making sure that the group checks in again in 3 weeks. Once you get to that check-in, have the group consider what steps have been taken so far to improving the dimensions that you decided you wanted to target. Has the team encountered any barriers, and what you can do to get over those barriers? Do any changes need to be made to your improvement plan? If so, what are they? And what do you need from your executive leadership, your unit leadership, your frontline care providers, and any other critical stakeholders to achieve your goals? And of course, after you've had this initial check-in, we recommend that you hold similar update meetings monthly or at least on some regular schedule that will work best for your team. So thank you for taking the time to view this instructional video. I hope that you have found this walkthrough helpful. And should you have any questions about the PHOA debrief tool or how to stay on track to meeting your improvement goals, please feel free to email us at leadingedge@jhmi.edu.